Hi ladies, it's Karen. I'm just back to show you the latest thing that I've been working on. This is an angel that goes on top of a tree. She's probably stands about 10 inches tall, so I'm hand videoing this so that I hope the camera doesn't shake too much so that you don't get seasick. I originally made her back in probably late 80s. She was a porcelain head and the two hands that came in a package for making like a porcelain doll. And I added the lame sleeve, the gold lame sleeves and a gold lame skirt on her. And originally then she had different wings and other different details on her. And she was atop our tree when the kids were they were youngish at that time. And then she always came out, went on the tree every year until about, I don't know, probably it's been 10 years now, that I went to a smaller tree. She no longer was suitable for that tree. She's a little bit too big. And so I would just put her out on a table, and some years she would stay packed. And this last year I said to my daughter, I'm really not going to ever use her again as a tree topper. Would you like to have her? And of course, she was very excited to hear that I was going to give her the angel. So I did a redo on her. So she has all new wings. These are actually applique of a butterfly. And I just used the wings and added gold lace around the edge. And then I added gold and sort of clear and beads and pearls. That's all hand beading in her wings, and then pearls around the edge, and then the gold lace on the edge as well. And I wired them at the back so that they stand up really nicely. And I added some feather detail, white feather details on the lower part of the wings there. Her sleeves are original. I used to make clothes for my Barbies when I was younger, and so that's sort of what I kind of went with when I made the sleeves. The only part that comes in the package are actually the porcelain hands. There's no arms, so there's just wires wired to her hands and then up to what I constructed as her shoulders. And I did these big puffy sleeves, and they're very 80s. They really are, if you knew the fashions back then. Kind of funny. Anyways, I still like the sleeves, so I didn't change them. I added the little tiny flowers, cream colored flowers onto the bows on the sleeves to go along with the new top of her bodice, which I made with it was gold lame, and then I put some of the gold lace over top that I used on the edge of the wings. Added 3 of the little gold rosettes at her neck, and then at her waistline she has some of those cream little flowers, little acrylic flowers, and a little bit of pink bling at the waistband of her dress. And she has a new halo of AB crystals on top of her head there. And then in her hands I wound some gold thread, and from that I hung this little heart charm. It's actually a locket, and it has a little pink heart on the inside of it. And I painted it gold. It was silver, but I wanted it gold, and I added a little bit of gold bling on it, and then dangling down from it is some gold threads with some pearls attached. And then her skirt was the gold lame, and I put an overlay of this flat gold and cream colored lace, and I added some little gold blings here and there on it. And then there's that same gold lace that is repeated from the wings, and the bodice is down at the bottom. And I added in some wee little pearls all along for detail on the bottom of the skirt. The back of her dress comes down in a bit of a train of the gold lace with all the detail on the bottom. It's the back of the wings, and you can barely see, just hidden inside of here, this is a gold wire that I used to make the wings stand up nice and firmly. Here's the feathers that are on the lower parts of the wings, and then I did this cluster of white flowers and pearls, and then some pearl strands coming down with a couple flowers attached that cascade down the back. I'm very pleased with how she turned out. I think that she will have another at least good 10 years in her. I'm going to be seeing her in the next few weeks. Our plans had to change because, as some of you may know from my Facebook posts, we are expecting our first grandchild in December, and we were supposed to be having the reveal of the sex, and baby Billinger has decided that he or she is going to lie in a position that doesn't allow ultrasound to be able to see whether it's a boy or a girl. So the party that was planned for yesterday actually had to be canceled and rescheduled for another few weeks. We'll see if the baby turns and cooperates and lets us know. And so my daughter, they changed their plans, and they'll be coming down later in the month to be part of the reveal of whether it's a boy or a girl. So I will keep you tuned in on that as well, let you know what turns out if we find out, and maybe it'll end up having to be a surprise in December. You never know. So there's my beautiful angel. This will go on top of my daughter's Christmas tree. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing this latest creation. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.